What are you doing?
Oh, this stuff looks like it hasn't been cleaned in weeks.
You don't have to do it now.
No, it's not going to clean itself, Gail, is it, huh?
Ma'am, it's all right. At least Alma's not suffering anymore.
Oh, why did I go away? I wasn't here when she needed me.
Yes, you were. You were a friend. You were always there when she needed you.
No, Gail, no, not when it mattered. And we'd fallen out because I shouted at her for going to the lake.
You were concerned. That's not falling out. And I'm sure she knew you were there at the end.
Oh, Gail, I hope so. I just wanted her to open her eyes and see me, you know. Let me know that she heard what I said.
I'm sure she heard you, ma'am. I'm sure she's listening now.
Do you want some coffee? Shall I fix you some breakfast?
I'm not hungry.
How did you sleep?
Well, how do you think I slept? How do I look as if I slept?
You didn't have to kip down in the spare room, you know.
Didn't I? I think that's up to me to decide.
Look, Mike, all I want to do now is try and help. I understand how it feels, you know.
How it feels? To lose someone you love?
Yeah,
You understand?
of course I do.
Well, it's a shame you didn't work that out a few days ago, when I wanted to go and stay with Alma because she was dying. Instead, you took the opportunity to screw around with Harvey Rubin.
I know, and I'm sorry, Mike. I was jealous.
You were jealous. But you're not now. All you're concerned about is me.
Yeah.
Not at all. All you're concerned about is yourself. You're frightened I've had enough of you and I'm going to sling you out on your ear.
Well, I can see how you might think that, but you're wrong.
Oh, am I?
Mike, I know you're hurting. And I don't blame you for what you're thinking. So perhaps it's best to stay out of your way for a while. Don't worry about the factory. I'll make sure things are running right. I'll see you later.
There you are, love.
Thanks. You know, I could hardly take it in. I mean, it's only a matter of days since Alma invited us round for dinner, isn't it?
It just seems so unreal. And she never told anybody she were ill. It was like her saying goodbye to us, I think, once it was going round for dinner that night. I mean, when you look back, you can sort of see it, the things she said.
I should have realised.
Yeah, but what good could you do?
Well, none, I suppose. But it just seems so wrong that she chose to burden herself with such an awful secret.
She didn't want her friends to worry about her, I suppose. I think she was really brave.
Well, there's no doubt about that. And there's no doubt about how much we'll miss her.
Yeah, we all will. I'll see you later. Bye, Roy.
Hayley. We have to decide what we're going to do about Wayne.
Well, I'm not sure what we can do.
Well, we've got to think of something. That boy's at Swinter's mercy.
Roy, our friend's just died.
Well, I know that, of course, but we still have to consider Wayne.
But how? We've tried to treat Mrs. Swinton. It didn't work. We're just not cut out for deceit. I mean, what else is there?
I'm not sure.
Roy, I'm sorry. I know you're really worried about Wayne, but I really can't talk about this now. I'm sorry.
Giving up on being a veggie then? Taste of dead animals got to you in the end, did it?
I'm shopping for Matt's, actually.
Thought you'd have more principles being a doctor.
It's not me that's married to a butcher.
Solved our problem.
Oh, aye. What problem's that, then?
Where are we going on a holiday?
I've told you. I'm not going overseas.
How about overseas to Ireland?
Ireland?
Yeah, Dublin's only half an hour flight from Manchester.
It's not being in the air that worries me, Max. It's coming back down to earth, that's what worries me.
Well, we'll go by ferry then. All you have to do is drive on the ferry and drive off at the other end. These ferries are that big now you don't even know you're out at sea. Just keep away from the windows.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'll think about it.
I thought you'd find me in here.
Anyway, why aren't you at school?
You playing truants? Yeah, I suppose I am. The Monday rabble are off to Stratford-upon-Avon this morning. Anyway, how's the mum to be?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not as sick just lately.
Good. Not having any cravings? Some jam and hazelnut, perhaps?
No, actually, I'm stuck on oranges at the moment.
Oh, that's healthy enough.
Well, not 20 in one go.
How many?
No, honestly, I couldn't stop. I had Norman peeling them one after another. Can you imagine what that amount of orange juice does to your worms?
You know, I had this cousin who didn't even know she was pregnant. So someone asked her why she was dunking a cheese and onion crisp in peach yoghurt. Can you imagine?
Do you know Madonna went crazy for olives and crisps when she was having rocker?
Really?
Yeah, cravings are all down to changing of hormones, but sometimes they're nutritionally based. I mean, if you start craving things like pickles, it's because your body wants sodium.
All right.
You should eat whatever you want to eat, you know, unless you start on things like dirt and washing powder. That's called pica. That can be fatal.
Oh, well, I'll remember to lay off the sudsy then.
I can tell you loads more when I've got time. See ya.
See ya.
I bet she did.
I notice none of them have turned up yet. So? Oh, come on. Cough up, lady. What's going on?
What makes you think I know anything?
Because you and Baroness Baldwin are best mates, aren't you?
Janice, I dare say Mr. Baldwin's not in because Alma died yesterday and he's probably too upset. I didn't much feel like coming in myself.
I can't see Linda being that cut up about Alma passing on. Whatever's going on is not to do with anybody else. It's between him and her.
Right, well, there's your chance to ask her.
Don't know what makes you think you've got time to stand around gassing, Janice. We've got a Rubens order to get through that door by the end of the week. What? You are joking, aren't you? You can tell when I'm joking. I wear shoes like flippers and a big red nose.
We lost 2 days last week and we're Bobby on her holidays.
It's up to you, girls. You either put the work in or the order goes to the dogs. And you know what that means to your pay packets, don't you? Oh, that's right. Dump it on us. Weren't us that shut factory for 2 days, were it?
Hi, how are you?
Oh, all right, mate, thanks. Just trying to sort things out.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm here. See if there's anything I can do.
Don't think there is much to do, is there?
No. Alma seems to have thought of everything.
Oh, that's her. I've never known a woman so organised.
No.
The funeral's set for Wednesday, 2:30 at the Creme. I've just got to pop into the Gazette and put a notice in tonight's paper.
Oh, I can do that. There's bound to be a lot of people that want to come.
Yeah, she says she doesn't want a religious ceremony.
I can understand that. She wasn't interested in those sort of things.
She says she doesn't want anyone wearing black either.
Well, what am I supposed to wear? I'm going to feel like wearing my party tie.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Drink a toast to me in champers and have a good laugh about all the good times. She just wanted us to remember how she was, but I personally am going to find it very difficult to celebrate on a day like that.
That's what Alma wanted, Mum. To celebrate her life, not grieve for her.
Can't help grieving, Gail. I've lost my friend.
Hey? Oh, hi. What's she talking about Alma, then?
Oh, yep.
Where's Emma?
She's over there getting a maternity lecture off Maxie. I'm staying well out of it.
Right. Has she finished with the sharpshooters yet?
No. Bit of a sore point, actually. Why?
Oh, I just wondered if she's involved in that business uptown yesterday.
What business?
What business? See, it's in all the papers.
How are you, love? How's it going? Oh, well. Oh, you look tired. It's Alma, innit?
Yeah, and there's a bit of a panic on over at factory as well.
Hey, well, can you do aught about him?
Right.
He's been in a world of his own this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Hayley,
All right.
I think I might have come up with a solution.
Wayne, you mean?
Yes, I've been giving it very serious thought, and it does appear to be the only option. It's far from ideal, I know, but it's the one way of ensuring Wayne's well-being.
So, go on, what is it?
Well, we do as Alex Swinton wants. We pay him £5,000 for Wayne.
you thought about the birth yet? Are you good with pain? Is anyone? Well, you could opt for caesarean. That's very fashionable. Personally, I'd choose the birthing pool. It's relaxing when the baby comes into the world, not afraid of water.
I'm getting back off to the shop, Max.
All right, then. I'll see you later. Oh, Ash, hang on a minute.
Maxine gone, has she?
I hope so. She's doing my head in.
Well, I've not exactly made my mind up just yet.
Oh, she's on holidays, not rocket science. Is it Dublin or not?
Well, they can be dead choppy, that Irish Sea.
You spent 3 weeks on a smelly Russian cargo ship coming back from our honeymoon. What's a couple of hours going across to Ireland?
Yeah, I'm not saying no, Max.
Good. I knew you wouldn't let me down. And everything will be fine, don't worry. I'll see you later.
Emma, can I have a word?
Yeah, of course.
In private, if you don't mind.
Oh, no sweat. Best making tracks anyway. See you.
All right, see you, Charlie. What's up?
There's a piece in the paper about your mob, the Armed Response Unit, dealing with some aggro uptown.
Yeah, so?
So, you weren't involved, were you?
No, I wasn't. Why?
You know why? You're carrying our baby. Look, don't you think it's about time you stopped playing Starsky and Hutch?
Oh, Norman, it's my job, not an old cop show on telly.
I know it is. I know it's your job, but it's dangerous. It's not like working in a sweet shop. Why don't you tell them you're pregnant and you want to go on light duties?
Yeah, I will tell them, Norman, when I'm ready, right? And not before.
Hayley, can we at least talk about this?
About what? Buying Wayne? Have you taken leave of your senses, Roy? You know, I really think you must have.
Look, I did say that I recognise that it wasn't the perfect solution, but I don't see what else we can do.
Have we even got £5,000 to give to him?
I think we can scrape it together, yes.
Roy, I know that you want to do something to help Wayne, but believe me, handing money over to that man is not going to solve anything. All it can do is lead to more trouble for us and for Wayne. Is that what you want?
Well, of course not. But people do hand over money for children. Yes, they buy children, if you want to put it crudely.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what it is, and it's wrong.
Yeah, how can it be wrong if it achieves good? If it gives a chance to a child that he or she deserves?
This is treating Wayne like something you pick up on the bargain shelf at Freshco.
Oh, Hayley, that's rubbish.
Oh, is it?
Look, I'm sorry, I don't mean to bark, but I'm trying to make you see that we really don't have that many options. And we might not have that much time. Who knows what that man is capable of?
It is social services responsibility.
Oh, social services, and what good are they? All they've done is let Wayne down. They've turned a blind eye, they've hidden behind bureaucracy. Well, they might be able to live with themselves if Wayne ends up dead, but how can we?
Please don't be overdramatic.
Oh, I'm not. You hear it on the news too often. While social services are looking the wrong way, something terrible happens. Well, if something happens to Wayne, I can't live with myself. Can you?
Sorted the Gazette out. There'll be something in tonight's paper.
Oh, Mike, great. Thanks for that. Let's hope everybody who needs to sees that, then.
What's that?
Well, found it in Alma's room. It's got a note with it.
Not to be shown until after the cremation. What is it?
I'm the foggiest.
Go on, stick it on.
No. She left strict instructions not to be shown till after the cremation.
Yeah, I suppose it's sort of sacred, isn't it? A person's last wishes.
Yes.
I don't suppose we've got any right messing around with the way that she wanted us to conduct the funeral. I mean, if she wanted us to celebrate instead of mourn, well, I suppose we owe that to her. Tell you the truth, the last thing I feel like is smiling on Wednesday.
Me neither. Still, what kind of friend would I be if I were to deny her all that, eh?
And you were a friend. You were a very, very good friend, even when I hated you for it.
Well, I suppose you were too, in your way. How about Linda? What's she got to say about all this, hmm?
Linda is the last thing on my mind at the moment.
What do you say, Mike? Do you think it's too early for a drink?
Not for a toast, it isn't, no?
I thought you were playing football, not mud wrestling.
Yeah, well, we won.
Did you score?
The ref said it were offside.
Oh, yeah, like refs know anything.
Well, I want you out of those clothes and in the shower pronto.
All right.
Listen, I'm really sorry about Alma. You must feel like hell.
Yeah, well, it's not as if it came as a complete surprise, but, well, the end was so quick. Still, we should be grateful for that.
So, if you want this lot taken off your hands, or anything, just say the word, OK?
Thanks.
Hey, what's my computer doing down here?
I needed to use it. Anyway, it's not your computer, it's our computer.
It belongs in my room.
Yeah, well, I'm not going in there because it smells like a kennel.
Well, you're the only dog that goes in it.
Hey, keep a lid on it, will you two? Your mother's upset. She's had her friend die. Just show a bit of respect, will you?
Sorry, Mum.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, hey. Come here.
Calm down, have we?
I am calm.
You weren't very calm in the Rovers this lunchtime.
Yeah, well, I don't like people telling me how to run my life.
I'm not. This is not about you being a police officer. This is about our baby.
Now you've been patronising.
You said you'd tell your bosses you were pregnant and you'd go on light duties. You haven't. Why not?
Because there's no need to tell them yet.
Now you're being ridiculous and you know you... I mean, you stop moving about when I'm trying to talk to you.
There! Is that better?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me. I'm having a baby like I could forget it for a second. What with Maxine going on to me about birthing pills and breast is best and you nagging me to give up my job because it's dangerous. I know it's dangerous. And I know I should be stuck behind a desk knitting booties when no one's looking. But the truth is, I'm pregnant and I'm scared and I don't know whether I'm coming or going and the dinner's ruined.
Chinese or Indian?
Ow! Ooh.
I've been worried about you. You haven't answered your phone all day.
I thought you might call, so I had it switched off.
Have you been drinking?
A toast to my late ex-wife. Got a problem with that?
No.
Good, because I'm going to have another one.
I've got the girls at the factory working flat out to make up for lost time on the Rubens order.
Oh, good, because we mustn't let Harvey down, must we?
Mike, will you just stop it, please?
What for? To make your life a bit easier? Have you got any idea how I feel at the moment? How my life is?
I've got a pretty good idea, yeah.
Nah, you haven't. You couldn't even imagine it. Oh, by the way, this is my flat. You're in the spare bed tonight.
That was very nice, Hayley, thank you.
Wasn't much. Where are you going?
I thought a walk would clear my head.
Right, I'm sorry about earlier. But you do see that it would be wrong, don't you?
Oh, yes, of course. You're entirely right. I can see that, naturally. It's just that, well, I was feeling desperate.
I understand. I hate it when we fall out. Hang on a couple of minutes, I'll come with you.
No. If you don't mind, I would prefer to walk alone. It just helps me see more clearly and, you know, it's the distraction.
All right, then. Well, I'll see you later, then.
Yes, be about an hour or so. And, Hayley, look, I'm sorry, too. What I said about if something should happen to Wayne, that was unfair of me. It was unfair to you because I know what a caring person you are.
You too.
I'm sure nothing will happen. Perhaps Alex Quinton isn't quite as black as we've imagined him. Who knows? Anyway, I'll see you later.
I know, I've been behaving like an idiot lately.
More like a maniac from what I've seen this evening.
Sorry, must have been my hormones.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I'll do the cooking for the next few months. I don't want you going anywhere near those sharp knives. Finished?
Yeah.
Good.
Thanks. And I'm sorry about everything else and all. It's just that, well, I've always wanted a physical job, you know, something to get me adrenaline pumping, and the thought of being stuck behind a desk all day does me head in. But you're right, you know, I know the risks I've been taking. It's daft, and I suppose that scared me and all. That made me feel guilty.
Oh, well, it's all right now. You're sorted, aren't you?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll tell my bosses first thing in the morning.
And the only lead I'll be packing in the next 6 months will be in a pencil.
Do you want one of these?
Yeah. Give us that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all booked. Finish work on the Friday. Leave for Liverpool, and before you know it, we're going to be in Dublin.
But Max, I never said I wanted to go to Dublin.
You said you weren't saying no.
Well, that's not the same thing, is it?
Well, if you're not saying no, what were you saying?
I was saying to think about it.
Right, what'll I get you?
Something very strong, please, Betty.
Oh.
I think I better get used to the taste for it.
Fancy seeing you here.
Thank you for coming.
Not going to buy me a drink?
No, no. The sooner this thing is out of the way, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Sounds good to me. Hey, but you better not be messing me about this time. Because you know it'd be no good for Wayne if you do.
I'm very serious, very serious. There are two conditions. That Wayne knows nothing about this arrangement, and that you say nothing to my wife. As far as she's concerned, you've just had a change of heart for the better.
It doesn't matter to me what your missus thinks. So when do I get me money?
Wednesday. At 2:30, there's a funeral. Haley will be there.
Wednesday it is, then. Pleasure doing business with you.